Hey there, it's Rob Hatch, and this is Simple Decisions. One of the things that I like to do is decide before I have to. What I mean by that is if I enter a circumstance or a situation and I haven't made decisions ahead of time, then I'm more likely to make poor decisions or be caught flat footed, so to speak, not knowing exactly what I want to do. I'm going to be swayed more easily. A perfect example of this is if I go to the grocery store and I don't have a list, I'm trying to maybe think about the things that I want as I'm going in, but I don't really have, I'm not prepared in any way. Maybe I'm a little hungry. I'm going to spend more money. I'm going to make bad choices, and I'm probably going to forget something. There's actually research that shows that this is the case, that the opposite is true if you make a list. If you decide ahead of time what it is that you need, and you have a list and you go into the store with that list, you're less likely to forget what it was. You're going to stick to the list, and in the end, you actually spend less money because you've decided what it is that you're going shopping for. Super helpful to have that. So decide ahead of time, decide before you have to, is useful in a number of different circumstances. For me, one of the ways that I use it every single day is near the end of my day, I'll spend 10 or 15 minutes plotting out what I'm going to work on first thing the next day. I look at my calendar, review everything, and I look at the things that I need to prioritize for that day, what projects I need to work on, if there's any deliverables for clients or anything like that. I choose usually to block off a couple of hours, and I have three things that I want to work on, or three blocks of time, 3 45-minute blocks of time. So I'm deciding what it is that I'm going to work on. And by having made that decision, when I enter my work day, things just flow so much easier. It's the decision's already made. I don't have to wonder. I don't have to think about in that moment and lose any energy. I can just enter the day and start working on the things that I know that I've already decided are the most important things. So that's it. Find ways to decide before you have to. Maybe another example might be preparing for an interview, or you've already made decisions about how you're going to respond to certain questions. You can't anticipate all the questions, but there's a good number of them that you can. So decide before you have to how you might respond. Any part of preparing is another way to decide before you have to, so you're not caught off guard. You've decided how you want to respond, what you want to say, what you want to do. That's the power of making that simple decision ahead of time, so that in the moment, you know exactly what you need to do. I'm Rob Hatch, and this has been Simple Decisions.